Hi, I'm Diana, and today we're going to talk about your little black dress. The little black dress. Everybody has it, and nobody really knows what to do with it besides wear it and put on some jewelry. But I'm going to show you 10 ways you can zhuzh up your little black dress this summer. Okay, we're going to start with everything being as neutral as possible, which means I'm not even doing my bold red lip, which I totally would if I were going to an event, and especially if I was wearing my little black dress. But I'm going to keep my makeup really neutral. I'm just going to keep on a tiny little gold bracelet. I don't have any earrings or necklace on yet because that might be part of a certain look. So let's just start with what this is. It's an above the knee kind of sheath dress, not high, not low neck, no sleeves. I'm going to mostly work with these nude heels. And the first thing we're going to do is, I know nobody likes the word, but we're going to try a shrug. Because everybody thinks that a shrug is an outdated thing. Certain kinds of shrugs can be, but not every shrug is. So what I have here is some sort of gold, it looks like a tube. A tube with an opening for me to put my arms through. So that's what I'm going to do. So in this case, I get to cover my arms, which I do like to do sometimes. You know those times where, I don't know, your body's holding a little more water than you want it to, and everything looks puffy. So suppose I'm not feeling awesome, I'm feeling a little puffy. I've got to go to this wedding, and I've got this dress and I don't have time to go shopping, but I've got a little tiny shrug that I can put on and cover my arms. I especially like this one because it's gold. But, you know, I think this adds a lot to my little black dress look. And you know what would be really nice is if I had a little gold purse right here. Gold earrings too, like gold hoops, gold purse, gold shrug. What I have here is some sort of vest. It's kind of thick. And you know what? So is my dress. It's a woven fabric. It's knitted. So I don't think that this thick vest will seem out of place with it. Okay, what I like about this idea is if I'm wearing my little black dress to maybe an evening event where it's a little bit cooler, I like how much volume this adds to my look. I don't have to really think about my rear end. And you know what? I know lots of people think about their rear end and how it looks. I don't give mine a lot of thought, and I'd rather not. So I like when things cover it and I don't have to think about it. So one thing you could do is the thick and flowy vest. I like this because the thickness causes structure to this outfit. And it doesn't look cheap. And this looks like it's a look I did on purpose. Now this is not one everybody's going to be comfortable with, but I want to show you how it's possible. I had picked out one of my robes to put over this dress. I'm keeping it in the same color so that it doesn't stand out too much. This is a vintage robe that I picked up at the Pasadena flea market for $5. And if I just tied it like this, of course it would look like I showed up to this wedding in my robe. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these ties, and I'm going to take my robe behind and I'm going to tie it underneath so that it becomes more like a long shrug. I would love if there was a word that combined long and shrug, but there's only le shrug and shrong. Those are both terrible choices. I like how this tied behind here, it's like a little bustle. I'm a fan of the bustle, by the way. I think we should bring the bustle back. And it allows lots of flowy fabric right here. I think it looks very pretty, and I get to enjoy my beautiful vintage robe from the flea market that I never really get to wear out in public. And I still have a lot of shape here. I don't look like it's not a tent because I've tied it behind. And then when I turn around, I have this beautiful cascade of fabric. So what's one of my tutorials without scarves? Let's do a few scarf looks. I've got my brand new scarf to show you. My newest silk scarf that I picked up at a resale shop for $12. And when I looked it up, it was $115 new. So I am so thrilled that I got a great deal. But I would have bought this scarf, you know, no matter how much it originally cost, it doesn't matter. because look how beautiful it is. It's just all these different colors. So I think that I'd like to see this purplish, pinkish green part. And what I'm going to do is just tie it really loosely here. And I'm really going to just enjoy how beautiful it is. I'm not going to put it right up against my neck. I'm going to let it hang lower down like this. And you just have to adjust it to your taste. And I'm not usually a person who wears scarves like this, but I know lots of people do. A scarf is a great look on its own. I could get away with just wearing this all evening. I'd probably balance it out with some bracelets. But let's just throw a jacket over it because sometimes the evenings in the summer, the afternoons can get a little chilly. I am going to put on my white blazer over this and see how it looks. That just looks classy. It looks classy and good, and it's added a lot to my little black dress. And it's not a look that I could create without my little black dress. So it honestly is a really good base item, no matter what you're going to do, whether you're going to feature it as the star or use it as a supporting cast member. I think this is a great item. And you know what I would do? Instead of these nude heels, I'd probably put on my little black booties. But guess what? Not going to do it. Okay, I would like to talk about scarves a little bit more. How about a very neutral scarf? One that's almost barely there in color. This is cream and maroon and an abstract pattern in black and gray. So this is, when I say it's almost not there, like watch, when I put this on, it's almost not there. That's exactly what I mean. It's so neutral that it just looks like it polishes my outfit rather than adds anything spectacular. There's no flashy color. It just adds polish. It's very classy and classic. And I'd probably wear it forward like this because I like the way the colors kind of fade and show. Ooh, I'd probably cut off that tag or make sure it's tucked under. And I think this is a beautiful addition, especially with the nude heels. It just creates this, it creates polish for the black dress, which is now the star of the show. You could also just tie this behind and leave it draping down the back, which I think is beautiful. And then from the front, it's very simple. And this would be a wonderful outfit to wear when it's super hot or humid out, because I almost feel like I'm almost wearing nothing. Okay, before we move on, let's try one with a little more color, okay? So that was a neutral look, but let's try this beautiful purple one. And let's do this one draped down the back. This color is beautiful. So if you have a color you look great in and you just want to show that off, then just let it be. Let it be your color and let your dress support the color of your beautiful scarf. Suppose you have a jacket you want to show off, a flashy jacket. I will choose a floral jacket. You might have something with sequins or something with a print that you really like. And I'm just going to pretty much cover my whole dress. Now that doesn't mean that this dress is unimportant. It just means that it needs to be there to cover my body so I can show off my jacket. And that's all right too. This is kind of a pajama style jacket, a little softer. Let's try buttoning. I've decided to actually add an accessory to this because I love the red flowers on my jacket. That's what I want to show off, so I added some red bracelets. And now this is the look. Again, a look that couldn't exist without my little black dress. What a handy item to have around. The little black dress can do so much. You want another example of a jacket or a cover-up you can throw over your little black dress? Let's do something that's not black. Sometimes I like to layer my dresses. When I have something basic like this, you can treat it like an underdress, and then you can throw on something else as an overdress. I'm going to put on this crazy vintage silk dress that I love over it. I'm just going to lightly button it right here near the waistline so it doesn't pop open. And I'm going to put a belt over it. Maybe I want to look a little more fun and creative. And I think it's very creative to layer your dresses in different ways. And again, this is another look that you really can't do without your little black dress. You need it. I think I would wear bigger gold earrings that you could see that match my gold belt buckle. And this might be a look where I would want to wear black heels or my little black booties. But what I think is nice is that I don't have to deal with the low V today. Sometimes I don't want to think about what's showing and what's not. And in this case, I think my little black dress is covering some bases for me. And I feel very secure under this dress in case this is a vintage dress. Some of the buttons might pop open. I feel secure even if the buttons pop open. Guess what? I'm throwing on the red lipstick because I'm going to do an all black look right now, and I think that might be nice. Now, suppose you're not feeling like wearing a dress, but you do have a little black dress, and you don't want to go shopping for a whole new dress or whatever you feel like. But you do have a little black dress, and you do have black pants. Why not use your dress as a tunic? So now, this is a pants look for an outdoor event, and I think this is super classy, especially if I had the right jewelry on. And I think I will do that. Let's think about jewelry for a second. It would be really beautiful to have a color up here, like red. I could do that. I could also just commit to black and gold. So I have my gold bracelet on, and you won't be able to see it, but I'm going to put some gold earrings on. Here's the thing about earrings, is that when you're picking earrings, you really have to go with colors that are contrasting from your hair so that you can actually see them. And this haircut doesn't really allow me to see earrings anyhow, but I've picked some that dangle a little bit lower so that even when my hair is forward, I can see little bits. So I have now a black and gold look that's very classy. I could wear this and people would think I'm a very elegant lady, even if I'm not. So you could commit to a metal and a color and keep it simple. I'm going to reset myself there by taking off that necklace, because the next look is if you have a giant scarf that you would like to use as a cover-up, this is how you can do it. So of course you could just throw it over. And that is easy enough, you know? You really could just wear it like this. Why not? I think this is a pretty classic look for ladies over 40. You could also throw a belt over it, and so it stays in place better, and then you want to stretch it out so that you know where your arms can reach. Okay, great. This is beautiful too. Doesn't require any fancy tying skills. It's just very simple drape over the shoulders. But if you wanted to get just a little bit fancy, you could take your edges here and you could tie a very small knot at the end so that you create armholes for yourself. Like that. So that when you're wearing this around, it's more like a sleeve and it doesn't fall off. It might be too long, but it doesn't fall off. Let me finish up the other side so you can really see how that looks. All finished. This is a wonderful cover-up that now I can dance in, and it's very pretty. If you have a scarf this big, and this is silk, of course. So I just want to tell you that silk works the best for this because it's so floaty and so light. But maybe you don't have a silk scarf of this size. Maybe what you have is more like this, what people call a wrap. You probably have something like this around for when it's a little bit chilly and you're dressed up nice. Let's see what the wrap looks like. This is also a nice look. You know, maybe I should take off these pants for a second so that you can see this as a little black dress look. This is a fine and pretty look. I think it's nice to have these wraps, and I really like that neutral heels and the neutral wrap go together and allow the dress to just be the dress. I also like how these gold earrings look with black. And of course, my red lipstick. I do like it. Last one. And I did save this one for last because it's like the fireworks, okay? What if you have something really showy? Some sort of wraparound thing that's very showy, like a sequined scarf. Which, who doesn't have a sequined scarf in their closet? Well, maybe you do. Maybe you do. But I'm not going to assume that you don't. Okay? So maybe you have something beautiful like this that you could either leave forward, because that's fine. It's plenty okay. I know that's not like a raving endorsement, but this is what I would do. I would either do one side like that, so that I could also have this in the back, which is very nice. I might tie it so that it always drapes down with sequins out. I like that either side has something to show, but you could just wrap it all the way around. And that's gorgeous. I love that. It's like a necklace and a scarf, and it looks nice with my earrings. It is the star of the show. The little black dress is just supporting it. But what a wonderful look. The little black dress, the workhorse of your summer event wardrobe, can get a lot of extra use if you start thinking about the things that you can put with it. If you liked this video, please like, please subscribe. It really does help. And if you need to know what makeup to do for your event this summer, you might like this video here. Thanks for being here today. I'll see you soon.